Hey friends, welcome back to another wellness chat. Today I'm going to be responding to a comment that I got on one of my recent videos that got my wheels turning a little bit, and I just wanted to kind of share my thoughts about it. Before we get into all of that, I want to say thank you to Element for sponsoring the video today. Element has been a longtime sponsor of my channel, and they allow me to bring free content to all of you, so I am very grateful for their support. Element is my absolute favorite electrolyte product. I have been using it for a few years now, and I continue to love it. It is a daily habit for me now. And in wintertime, which it is for me here now, it can be really easy to ignore hydration just because you're not getting as hot and you're not, thinking about hydration quite as much as you do in a hot summertime. But you do still need to focus on hydration in the winter. And for me, adding at least one stick pack of Element to my daily routine is a great way to avoid all of the winter dehydration issues that can come up. So Element comes in these little convenient stick packs. They're great for just throwing into your purse, throwing into a bag. I always have them with me wherever I go. And because they're not like in a big tub, you don't have to worry about using it up super fast. Like, these little packets last for a really long time. They don't get, hard and crystallized or anything like that. If you would like to try out Element and see if it's right for you, see if it helps you with any dehydration issues, you can get a free sample pack just by using my link, drinkelement.com/indigo, drinklmnt.com/indigo. If you click that link, go over to their website and place an order for anything, you will automatically get a free sample pack added to your order. The sample pack has 2 of each of their 4 most popular fruity flavors, so you can try them out, see which ones you like the best. Thanks again to Element for sponsoring today, and now let's get into the chat. So the comment I'm going to be responding to today is one that I got on the video I made not too long ago about how I'm tweaking my diet in an attempt to push a little bit towards weight loss. So if you haven't watched that video, I will put it up in the cards for you to check out. And the comment that I got on there that I wanted to respond to, the first part of it says, and it's from CC2020D4W. The first part says, so basically back to calorie counting like we all used to do before we discovered the benefits and freedom of low carb or keto. And there was more to the comment, and overall it was a very positive comment, but this first part did get me thinking, and I have a lot of thoughts about it, and so I wanted to kind of talk through those here. So first off, I will give my history with keto and low carb and weight loss. I first went low carb back before it was called keto. I went on the Atkins diet back in 2004, I believe, or 2003 maybe. It was a long time ago, and I lost weight. I was coming from a very standard American diet, very processed food diet. I did, eat a lot of whole foods as well. I love to cook, but there were definitely lots of processed foods in my diet, and I didn't get blood work and different things at that point. So I don't know where my A1C was or my glucose or, cholesterol, any of that stuff at that point. All I know is that I was overweight and going keto, low carb, simply counting my carbohydrates. I went on the Atkins diet. I did the induction Atkins where you do 20 carbohydrates. I think it was minus the fiber at that point because you're eating, the carbs are coming from mostly vegetables and things like that. And so 20 net carbs per day, and I lost weight. I won't say it was easy or effortless because I was really kicking, that processed food addiction, if you want to call it that. And that was really hard. But I didn't count calories. I didn't actively try to restrict like the amount of food I was eating. I just simply counted the carbs per day and kept it at that 20 grams or less, and I lost weight. So that was more than 20 years ago that I had that experience. It was fantastic. I got into a much smaller size wedding dress. Actually, I had to get my wedding dress taken in 2 or 3 different times. Because I was losing weight before my wedding with the Atkins diet. It was amazing. It was wonderful. It was a perfect tool for that time in my life. And in the last 22 years since then, I have gone on all different diets, including lots of different variations of low carb and keto diets. And I have to say that effortless weight loss experience that I had the first time never repeated itself. And I find this to be a very common thing for people with keto and low carb. The second time, the third time you do it, you don't really have the same results as the first time. And so I remember realizing this at one point, and it had been a few years later. I was like, if I could just go back to that 20 grams, if I could just go back to doing what I did then, I just thought, oh, I'll see the same results. And I remember doing it and counting those carbs and doing my 20 grams of carbs the same as I did before. And the weight just didn't come off. So in the last 20 plus years that I've done different versions of keto and low carb, I've never lost weight without calorie restriction. The only times I've successfully lost weight on keto or low carb since that very first time on the Atkins diet, I have had to specifically reduce portions and calories. I don't just eat low carb and lose weight, or eat low carb and get to a normal body weight. I'm still in the overweight category. I have been in the overweight category pretty much the whole time I've been a low carb and keto over the last 20 years. All the times that I have been low carb and keto, I've still been in a, higher BMI than what would be considered normal or healthy for me. And I think this maybe demonstrates a trap that we, and I'm including myself in this, fall into sometimes, where we see something happen and something gets solidified in our mind that thing always happens, or it continues to always be true. So when I went on Atkins that first time and I saw the weight just drop off me, my mind said, Atkins, low carb, counting your carbs, keeping them to 20 grams or less equals effortless weight loss, or weight loss without restricting calories. Now, my experience moving forward from there tells me something different, but sometimes we get locked in our brain we grab onto this truth. No, this diet does this thing for me. Therefore, if I would just do this diet harder, or do it right, or do it like I did back then, I will get the same results. And for me, I've had to completely let that go. And I let it go quite a long time ago. Like I told you, when I, tried to go back to that 20 grams of carbs or less, I realized it's not the same. Something has changed. And I think for me, it was my body and my baseline diet, whatever changed, the diet itself did not have the same effect. So instead of looking at the keto diet and saying, the keto diet does this, I have to now look at my own body and my own context, where I'm at, and then along with that, say the keto diet plus wherever my body is at does XYZ. And it does a completely different thing now versus what it did back when I was, a teenager, a late teenager, and, just coming off of a processed food standard American diet. And I spent a lot of years thinking, if I could just do this diet better, or do it right, or do it harder, or, do it as the same as I did back then I would get XYZ results, because I was still focusing on the diet and not focusing on the context that I also have along with that diet. So this comment saying, so basically you're going back to calorie counting like we all did before keto and carnivore. My response to that is no. For the last 20 years, if I had wanted to lose weight using keto and carnivore, I would also have to do calorie counting. And I find that a lot of people are in the same boat. Now, if there are people out there that all they have to do is go keto or carnivore or low carb, and their weight falls off, they get to a weight that they are happy with, and that's all they have to do to get there, I am so incredibly happy for them. And I wish I was one of those people, but I am not. And I see a lot of other people out there that are also not. but also kind of feeling guilty or like they're doing something wrong, or there's something wrong with them, that they're not having this freedom and benefit that seems to just be something that people think everyone gets from keto and low carb. So for me, with these changes that I've recently made to try to start tracking and maybe start reducing calories just slightly, it's not going back to something I did before keto or low carb. It's the same thing I would have had to do if I were still on keto or low carb, the same thing I've done. The only time, like I said, the only times in the last, 10 years that I've lost weight on keto and carnivore is when I was severely restricting calories. When I did a PSMF style lean day type thing, I went back and looked at some of my videos from back then, and I was doing a lean day and then a more regular day. And I was eating about 1,100 calories on the lean days and about 1,600 calories on the regular day. That's when I lost weight. I lost weight when I went that low calorie. And I'm not willing to go that low calorie anymore. And what I'm finding now is that with the higher carb, lower fat diet, I'm able to eat a lot more food and even more calories and maintain my weight. And I'm hoping that that means I won't have to reduce my calories quite so drastically like I did on keto and low carb in order to lose some of this excess fat. Now we are at, right in the midst of the holidays. And so my weight loss has not been very dramatic yet. And I've, just kind of been playing with adding in these habits. I'm thinking when the new year hits, just like, is a great time for everybody to start focusing on macros and fitness and all of that. I'll probably put a little bit more effort into it and see if I can really get the ball rolling with the weight loss. But all that to say, I'm not going back to calorie counting and leaving behind all of the benefits of keto, the effortless weight loss without restricting calories that I got on keto. I didn't get that, except for that first time 20 years ago, 22 years ago now, something like that, where I went on the Atkins diet, and for a period of about 3 to 6 months, my weight went down without having to track calories. That is the only time that keto did that for me. I feel like I've given up having to go crazy low calorie to lose weight while I was on keto to possibly being able to eat higher calorie, like, 1,800 to 2,000 calories, higher carb, lower fat, and still see the weight come off a little bit. We'll see.